What's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And the NFL playoffs are finally here. The matchups are set. And it is time for me to give my picks and my brief preview of each of the 6 wild card weekend games that is happening this weekend. But before I get into any of these contests, make sure you guys leave this video a like as it continues and helps this channel to continue to grow. And if you are a person that's not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post. But it's time to get into this weekend. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First matchup that we have on our agenda is the Seattle Seahawks versus the 49ers. Now, coming into this game, you're going up against the rookie quarterback Brock Purdy versus Geno Smith, the Pro Bowler. This Seattle defense, I personally have not been a big believer in. And I'm going against the 49ers offense that could be very explosive with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk, and guys like that. Elijah Mitchell is back, and he's been running the football very well for this football team. Now you're going against the Seahawks offense. Geno Smith has been playing a very good football. Kenneth Walker in the running game. You have Tyler Lockett. You have DK Metcalf. Those two can beat you. But if I'm going to have a pick in this contest, I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers. I just believe that defense is otherworldly, and they have been a very hot football team going into the playoffs. And I think that is something that can carry is a defense and a running game. And San Francisco has both, and they have versatility on their offensive side of the football. And I am going to go with the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Seattle Seahawks at home. The next contest is the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one is a little bit of a tough matchup for me to pick. It is still up in question whether Mike Williams is going to play this week. This Jacksonville Jaguars team down the stretch has been playing some really good football. Trevor Lawrence has been playing some really good football led by Coach Doug Peterson, who I think should be Coach of the Year for the job that he was able to do with the Jacksonville Jaguars football team. The Los Angeles Chargers, they have been, I think, knocked by injuries for a good portion of this season, whether it's been Bosa, J.C. Jackson out for the year, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams missing time. Justin Herbert has been bothered by a rib injury during points of this season. And I think this is one of the more tougher matchups for me to pick this weekend, because I could see a scenario where the Chargers win this game, and I could see a scenario where the Jacksonville Jaguars win this game. I think it is going to be a close contest. But I think I am going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think they have just a little bit more experience than the Jacksonville Jaguars do, especially in this playoff game. I think defensively, they can get after Trevor Lawrence with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Derwin James has been playing some really solid football late down the stretch. And I just really believe that the Chargers offense, even though Brandon Staley can get in his own way sometimes with time management and things like that, I still believe this Jacksonville Jaguars team is just a little bit too young, and I think the Chargers will overtake them. But next, we're going into Sunday. We're going against the Miami Dolphins with the Buffalo Bills. This might be a little bit of an easier contest for me to pick with Tua Tagovailoa out, Teddy Bridgewater out. So I think this might be a little bit easier. I'm going to ride with my Super Bowl pick in this one, the Buffalo Bills. I just think the play of Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and their offense, and I think they have a lot playing on their shoulders with the Damar Hamlin situation. And I'm going to stick with my team that I picked to win the Super Bowl coming into this year, the Buffalo Bills. Now, I think missing Von Miller, I think is the time it's probably going to show up a little bit more. But you don't have Tua and you don't have Teddy Bridgewater. And this team snuck into the playoffs, especially down the stretch. They faltered, but they were able to beat the Jets team. I just don't think without Tua, I don't think they have much of a shot to beat this Buffalo Bills team. They beat them earlier this year, but of course that was with Tua. So I'm going to roll with the Buffalo Bills in this contest. The next Sunday game is the New York Giants going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the Giants are a little bit of a sneaky team. They can come up, they can beat anybody on any given Sunday. Their defenses are playing well, led by Kayvon Thibodeau down the stretch. And offensively, Saquon Barkley has been a very good player for this team. I just don't think the Giants will do enough in the passing game to overtake the Minnesota Vikings passing game led by Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and Osborne. Cook and Madison are really going to be a big difference, especially in the playoffs. Even though this Minnesota Vikings defense, statistically, is not a very good defense, but I think they can get the timely and key stops that they're going to need to have against this New York Giants offense. So I am going to pick the Minnesota Vikings in this game to beat the New York Giants. The next game on Sunday is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And Lamar Jackson has already been ruled out of this contest with a knee injury. And I just don't think this team, with the way the Cincinnati Bengals have been rolling late, I just don't think the Ravens have enough offensive firepower to keep up with the Bengals as far as on the scoring department. Even though the Ravens defense is very solid, I just don't think that they're going to keep up with the Bengals, and this Bengals defense is better than a lot of people probably will give them credit for. They can turn the football over. They can get after the quarterback, and with this Ravens offense lacking firepower, they just will not score. So my pick for this game will be the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Ravens at home. And I think the toughest contest comes on Monday when you have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Buccaneers are a team that they haven't ran the football well for the majority of the season. They had some Tom Brady games where Tom Brady has come in and saved this team. And the Dallas Cowboys, they've been a little bit inconsistent as of late. Dak Prescott hasn't been playing like I think previous years Dak Prescott. They haven't been using his athletic ability as much as I probably think they should. And this defense for the Cowboys, they can take the football away from you, but Tom Brady is one that doesn't turn the football over a ton. This Buccaneers defense has been hampered by injuries all season, whether it's been Carlton Davis, Shaq Barrett going down with a torn Achilles. They've been hampered by some injuries all season long. And this, I think, is the toughest ball game to pick. The Cowboys, I can see winning this game, and I can see a scenario where the Buccaneers win this game. And it would not surprise me either way. But if I am going to have the pick, I am going to pick the Dallas Cowboys. I just don't think the Buccaneers can run the football enough. And Micah Parsons, I think, is going to turn it up a little bit and get some pressure. DeMarcus Lawrence is going to get some pressure on Tom Brady. And I am going to go with the Cowboys running game. I think it's going to keep the Buccaneers offense off of the field. This Buccaneers defense has struggled a little bit. And the Cowboys, when they're clicking on offense, can score points. And this Buccaneers defense just has not been the same. Offensively, the Buccaneers cannot run the football. So at this point, I'm going to pick the Cowboys in a very, very close football game. So my picks are the 49ers, the Chargers, the Bills, the Vikings, the Bengals, and the Cowboys, and Super Wild Card Weekend. But that is all I have. Make sure you guys leave your picks in the comment section down below. Who do you guys think are going to win these Super Wild Card games this week? Make sure you leave this video a like as it continues to help this channel to grow and it beats the algorithm. Make sure you click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the posts that I have on this channel. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Enjoy Super Wild Card Weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.